What is a cross-platform application development? Write the app once and run it on many platforms such as Android, iOS, Windows, web, and etc. Instead of using separate Android and iOS apps, we use a single app that runs on all platforms, right? This aim is a single shared code base, right? Why do developers even want this? If you build 3 separate apps, what increases? Time, cost, team size. Exactly all of them. Cross-platform development tries to reduce development time, cost, duplicate effort. How does it actually work? A framework sits between your code and the platform, like this, right? So, our code does not talk directly to Android or iOS. The framework translates our code into platform-specific behavior. We can represent it like this, right? What are the common real-world examples? Flutter uses Dart, React Native uses JavaScript, Xamarin and .NET MAUI uses C#, Electron uses for desktop apps, FireMonkey it uses Delphi, right? What are the benefits of cross-platform development? First one, code reusability. Write once, deploy everywhere. It reduces duplicate code and maintenance effort. If we write a code for the A, we can also use it for the B, like this. See? We can use this code for the B, right? The second one is faster development and quick time to market. It is built in a single code base, speeds up development. It is ideal when apps are needed on Android plus iOS simultaneously. Third one, cost efficiency. Less development time, lower cost. A smaller team can handle multiple platforms. The next one is easier maintenance. Bugs fixed once, fix applies to all platforms. Updates and new features deployed faster. The next one is consistency across platforms. UI and behavior can be consistent between Android, iOS, etc. Better brand and user experience. What are the drawbacks of cross-development? First one, performance considerations. A native app may exhibit slightly faster performance, benefiting from direct interaction with the device. In contrast, a cross-platform framework might introduce a slight performance lag due to the required bridge for communication with the underlying operating system. The next one, delayed releases. With major updates from Google or Apple, the maintenance of cross-platform solutions may need to release updates to enable compatibility with the latest features. This reliance on framework updates can introduce delays for developers awaiting the necessary updates, potentially affecting workflow efficiency. The next one, limited platform-specific customization. Cross-platform frameworks may not fully support native UI components or specific behaviors, making it harder to achieve a truly native look and feel on each platform. The next one, dependency on third-party framework. Our applications' stability and future depend heavily on the cross-platform framework. If the framework becomes outdated, loses community support, is discontinued, our app may face long-term maintenance issues. The next one is larger app size. Cross-platform apps often include extra libraries and runtime components, which can result in larger app size, higher memory usage. This can negatively impact low-end devices. The next one, debugging and testing complexity. Debugging can be more difficult because errors may come from the framework, not our code. Platform-specific bugs still occur. Testing must still be done on each target platform despite a single code base. The next one is slower access to new OS features. When Android or iOS releases new APIs or hardware features, developers must wait until the framework supports them and proper bindings are released. This can delay innovation, right? Next one, not ideal for performance critical apps. Applications such as high-end games, AR/VR apps, real-time systems often require native development for maximum performance and hardware control, right? Our next topic is Dart language, right? Dart is a general purpose OOP programming language developed by Google, right? Dart is designed so that Java and JavaScript developers feel comfortable immediately. What is Dart mainly used for? Think first. Why did Google ever create Dart? Dart was created to build fast, modern applications, especially UI-heavy apps, right? Dart as an OOP language, Dart supports to these things, right? So, conceptually, Java concepts are equal to Dart concepts, right? This is why Dart syntax feels familiar, right? This is a strongly typed language. That means every variable has a type. Errors are caught early. Example idea in double string bool helps prevent runtime bugs, right? Find the answer to this yourself, right? JIT and AOT. JIT stands for just in time. AOT stands for ahead of time. First, just in time. It used during development. It is faster hot reload and it makes development quicker. The next, ahead of time, right? It used for production. It is compiled to native machine code and it is fast startup and better performance. Flutter uses JIT while developing, AOT when releasing. That's a big reason Flutter apps feel fast. The next point, async and await. If we know JavaScript, Dart's async and await works very similarly. It is used for network calls, file operations, background tasks. This helps Dart handle concurrency without blocking the UI. The next point, client and server. It runs on both client and server sides. That means front-end for Flutter Web, back-end for Dart server apps, game language for multiple layers. The last point, Dart and Flutter. Flutter is the framework, Dart is the language. Flutter uses Dart to build UI, control logic, compile to native apps. That's why Dart is primary language for Flutter. Now, open your browser and search for the Dartpad. Right? Dartpad. See, Dartpad is an open source tool, right? You can see function named void main, right? This is a function, right? This is the starting point of execution in any program. Common things inside main: variable initialization, function calls, starting the app. It means Flutter apps start here. Configuration logic, right? What are the Dart variables? Dart has int, string, double, bool, dynamic and var, right? Let's try integer. Int age is equal to 45, right? Right. And you can print put the semicolon and run. See? Okay, next string. It looks like Java, right? String name is equal to Isuri semicolon, print your name, right? Run it. See, next one. What is the next one? Double. Using double, we can call decimal numbers, right? See, okay. Next type is bool. See, okay. Next one is special, right? Dynamic. Let's discuss it. Let's try it. What dynamic means? Type is checked at runtime. Variable can change type later, right? Z. First holds a number, right? Then you can print it like this, right? Next, you can assign a string like this, right? Later holds a string, right? Okay. You can print see, after that it gives Sherman, right? Why it's not recommended? Errors appear while running, not while coding. Harder to debug, right? Next one is var, right? Why is not dynamic? Important. Dart first the type at compile time. After that, type is fixed. So var x is equal to 10. X becomes an int. We cannot later assign a string value to it, right? Let's try to assign a string value to x, right? We can't do this, right? It gives errors, right? Concatenation. In Dart, instead of manually joining strings, we mostly use string interpolation without plus mark. We use $sign. Let's create a variable named name, right? Assign value Isuri. And I want to print hello Isuri, right? Hello is there. Okay, now I want to print Isuri. I want to combine hello with Isuri. How? Using $sign, we can call name inside the print method, right? And you can see the output, right? If you want to concatenate an expression, you can use $sign, and inside the curly braces you can give your expression, right? Okay. Dart if else is the same as Java. You should learn Java, right? Try it yourself. Ternary operator, right? 10 is greater than 2, right? And column, and copy this and change true to false, right? Like this, put semicolon at the end. See, it gives true. This is the condition. If the condition is true, it gives this, and if it is false, it gives this statement, right? The next one, Dart lists, an order collection of values stored together like an array. Lists can grow or shrink at runtime. How can we create a list, right? We can create a list like this. List. Now you should give your data type. I give it int, and give the name for this, right? Numbers. Okay. Then inside the square brackets you can give your values 12, 56, 99, 100, 45, like this, right? And using print numbers you can print all of this, right? See, it gives all of these, right? And if you want to add a number to this list, you can use this, right? Numbers dot add, give the value you have to insert, right? Then print again. you can see 78 in our list, right? If you want to remove it, numbers dot remove, I want to remove 99, right? And print again numbers, right? Now you can see the list without 99 because it already was removed, right? Follow syntax like Python. Try it yourself, right? Dart arrow functions. In Dart, an arrow function is just a shorter way to write a function that has only one expression and returns a value immediately. An arrow function cannot have multiple statements and does not use curly braces, automatically returns the expression, right? Let's try arrow function, right? String greet arrow, this is the method name, right? And greet arrow like this, give the statement hello Missouri, right? Okay, we can print this using method name. You should call this inside your print method, right? Okay, put the semicolon. See, you can see hello Missouri, right? It means call the function, right? This means takes an int, return an int, right? Dart maps. Map is like key value pairs like Python, right? Python dictionary is like this, okay? Keys are unique, value can repeat, right? How can we create map? Map give your data types, right? Data types mean this represents your keys, right? Always key must be string type, okay? Dynamic, close brackets, and give the name for your map. I'll give it pose, right? What is this? Strings, string, okay, is equal to, now you can give key values, right? Like this. Name, Missouri, right? You can separate key values from comma, right? Okay. Next, age. Age is equal to 20. Okay. Now we can print this using print person. You can print all key and values using this, but if you want to get the person name, you should call this, right? null. No, wait. Oh, sorry, it should be capital name. Name. Right. It gives the name only, right? This is useful when different values have different data types. We can access it using this, right? This part converts map. Each entry E has E.key and E.value. This part converts them into a list. Dart class like Java, right? Remember these things, right? Create variables like this. This value can be null. This is null safety in Dart. This is the constructor, right? And this named parameters, right? This dot name, right, refers to the class variable assigned the values when object is created, right? This is the method, right? Inheritance like Java, they use extends keyword, right? This part calls the parent constructor, initialize name and age in user. Super is used to access the parent class, right? Nullable and non-nullable types, right? By default, all types are non-nullable, right? It means every value should have every variable have a value, right? Okay. To denote that a variable can be assigned the value null, you use the nullable type by appending question mark to the type, right? This is the nullable string. It means our variable can be null, right? And this is the non-nullable string. It means our value has our variable has a value, right? It can't be null. Okay. Null safety is the state where the Dart compiler helps ensure that variables are non-nullable unless explicitly marks as nullable, right? Null safety is enabled using this flag in Dart 2.12 and later, right? Dart provides null-aware operators like this, right? Okay. These to handle null values more efficiently. If nullable is null, use default, right? If you get something from this video, don't forget to subscribe us, like, comment and share with your friends. Bye bye.